Thank you, Mr. Chair. This issue is deeply personal for me. I am the granddaughter of Leopold Balint, who was horribly, viciously murdered in the Holocaust. When you go to Yad Vashem and you read the Book of Names, you'll see a lot of balance there. You don't see a lot of balance in this country. There's a lot of balance in that book. I've seen anti-Semitism firsthand. My family's experienced it. We are continuing to deal with the generational trauma that was brought upon my family through the Holocaust. I was raised in a house in which was taught at a very young age that you always need to look for the signs of anti-Semitism. It's used to manufacture division and fear, and anyone can fuel it, but it always benefits politicians who rely on that division and fear for their own power. It's incredibly frustrating to me that in Congress right now we can't have a conversation around anti-Semitism that will lead to actual action. I ask unanimous consent to enter into the record a video that I have compiled regarding anti-Semitism, and I ask unanimous consent to show it in committee.
You also had people that were very fine people on both sides.
Any Jewish person that votes for Democrats hates their religion, they hate everything about Israel, and they should be ashamed of themselves.
Responsibility. Why do you use words like vermin and poisoning of the blood? The press, as you know, immediately reacts to that by saying, well, that's the kind of language that Hitler and Mussolini used.
Well, that's what they say. I didn't know that, but that's what they say. Because our country is being poisoned.
I think the FBI needs to be all over this. I think they need to look at the root causes and find out if some of this was funded by, I don't know, George Soros.
You know, we can look back in a time in history where people were told to wear a gold star, and they were definitely treated like second-class citizens, so much so that they were put in trains and taken to gas chambers in Nazi Germany. And this is exactly the type of abuse that Nancy Pelosi is talking about.
I stand by all of my statements. I said nothing wrong. And I think any rational Jewish person didn't like what happened in Nazi Germany, and any rational Jewish person doesn't like what's happening with overbearing mask mandates and overbearing vaccine policies.
Antifa's in the news because of a white supremacist rally in Charlottesville.
Well, isn't that interesting? That maybe that was created by the left.
Why do you say that?
Well, because let's look at the person that actually started the rally. It's come to our attention that this is a person from Occupy Wall Street that was an Obama sympathizer. So wait a minute, be careful on where you start taking these people to. And look at the background. George Soros is one of those people that actually helps, back these individuals. Who is he? I think he's from Hungary. I think he was Jewish, and I think he turned in his own people to the Nazis.
So you can see why I have a very hard time taking it seriously when we come together in this format, when I have to sit and listen to anti-Semitic rhetoric from my own colleagues. To the students, your experience is horrible, and you never should have had to go through that. I have family and friends who have students also at college campuses right now. Some are part of exercising their First Amendment rights against Israel. Some of them, like you, have been on the receiving end of horribly anti-Semitic rhetoric. Both these things are true. What I would like to see from my colleagues is to stop using anti-Semitism and your bogus attempts to address it to raise money and dollars? And why don't we do something that will actually solve the problem? Because it's real, and many people in this country are suffering from it. I yield back.